Hola, amigos. Brad Evans here. It's time once again to bring the noise. NFL Week 6 nearly upon us. You're probably watching a little action across the pond at Tottenham Hotspur as the Ravens are taking on the Tennessee Titans. The Titans offense just looks dreadful in that first half. Derrick Henry doing absolutely nothing. Tajay Spears, not really even touching the rock, kind of thought he would have a somewhat effective role as a receiver. And you look at DeAndre Hopkins, one measly catch, 2 targets only. What the hell? But Zay Flowers finding the end zone. Mark Andrews, couple of nice catches there. Odell Beckham Jr. registering a pulse. Turn about the clock a little bit as Lamar Jackson's been largely doing well, moving the ball down the field, kind of bogging down in the red zone. Justin Tucker, if you had him, the opera singer, has been carrying all kinds of notes and kicks through the upright. So halftime means it's a perfect time to pay attention to this ugly animated face and animated picture and sound. I am here for the next 30, 40 minutes or so on the Bring the Noise AMA, answering your fantasy questions, answering your sports betting conundrums, or maybe you got a hot bet that you want to share with the audience. Do so via the 3 ways at the bottom of your screen on the Facebook at Yahoo Noise, on Twitch at Big Noise 78, or on my YouTube channel. And subscribe now. Not only that, but also the Fade 5 podcast. New episode dropping tomorrow at Fade the Noise. If you're watching this broadcast right now on the X, Elon's not giving it to us because you cannot submit your questions via that apparatus, because it will not show up, unfortunately, in the comment section here of the StreamYard program that yours truly is using. So again, go to Facebook, go to Twitch, go to YouTube, all 3 of those handles. Type in your question. It'll populate in the comment section, and I will happily answer it, or at least give you a quick quip. And it could be, sarcastic to say the least, if you have just a general comment. Regardless, interact with the show right now. Again, I'm going to be here for the next several minutes trying to hold your hand as we prepare for the main slate this NFL Sunday week number 6. Also, don't forget to, but wait, there's more of yours truly, and a much more athletic and definitely a more handsome individual, my partner Tank Williams and I are going to be teaming up on Bleacher Report, only on the app. So make sure you download the BR app right now if you don't get your question answered. In this platform, you can fire up the show. We're going to be starting exactly 1 hour from now at noon Eastern time, breaking down our booms, bus, and bank every single game on this NFL Sunday. Tank's going to have his picks. I'm going to have my picks. We'll update you on the latest ins and outs, who is active, who is inactive, and of course, we're men of the people. And being the ambassadors of the brethren, we're going to answer your questions on that broadcast. Again, Bleacher Report, the Fantasy Football Spectacular Sunday. We don't really have a tentatively a name for it. I'm just bringing the noise on that channel as well with my good buddy Tank, who played the league for several years as a hard-hitting defensive back for the Tennessee Titans, the Minnesota Vikings, and for a hot minute, Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots. They probably wish they had vintage and healthy Tank right now, because the Patriots are awful defensively. It's kind of weird, and that's why Belichick is heading to his local McDonald's routinely to probably get the latest McRib, because he needs some kind of relief from what he is witnessing on the field. All right, let's go ahead and get after some of my favorite player props this NFL Sunday. And number 3 on the list today, and I discuss a lot of these on the Faith and Noise podcast on Friday, so I apologize if I'm rehashing them, but again, I really like the plays. Number 3 on the list, Josh Reynolds took the over on longest reception at 18.5. I think he is firmly in the wide receiver 3 conversation as well. And 12-team and deeper leagues in Tampa, taking on the Creamsicles, breaking those jerseys out. Outstanding. One of my favorite throwbacks of all time, regardless of sport. But you look at Reynolds, he has gone over this prop 10 times already this season. He's only seen 16% of the team target share, respectable wide receiver 31 average at the target, but has 7 total deep ball targets. That's top 15 in the league. And in when targeted, Jared Goff has a 147.7 passer rating. So, really in sync right now with Goff on some of those deep throws, some of those long bombs, and that is the name of his game. He's averaging 18.2 yards per catch. So basically get close to your average on one reception, and we hit it over on this. Going to get a lot of Jamel Dean, maybe some Carlton Davis occasionally coverage as well. You look at Dean. Dean this season has given up 16.3 yards per catch in that Tampa secondary. Davis has allowed 15.0 yards per catch. Yes, Tampa is number 8 in EPA pass defense, but that mono-a-mono matchup, whether against Davis or Dean, is very attractive. So Josh Reynolds, I'm taking the over 18.5 yards. The longest reception, also kind of like the over on a standard yardage prop. That right now is still available in the low to mid 30s, depending upon what book you lock that bet in at. Number 2 here on this abbreviated edition of kind of the Fade 5. Noah Fant. Yeah, I know nobody really remotely thinking of. I'm going to take the over on 21.5 receiving yards. That is still the number right now and still the juice. Pull this one from DraftKings at minus 115. Noah Fant, I think, could be a sneaky good producer today because it's all about, taking advantage of the matchup against Cincinnati. You look at the Bengals this season, they have allowed 53.8 receiving yards per game in the tight end position, the 12th most tight end yards allowed as well. And Fant, quietly, 45.7% route rate. So he's running a decent chunk of routes, right around 15 to 20 per game. And you look as well, when he does catch the rock, he's number 1 in the National Football League among tight ends, averaging 16 yards per reception, number 9 in ADOT, number 1 as well in yards per route run. He has gone over this prop in 3 straight games, make it 4 straight. I think he will do some damage operating across the middle, or maybe outside the numbers, being a chunk gainer. He could certainly, pile up the yardage in this contest in a friendly paper matchup against the Cincinnati Bengals. And no on the Spring the Noise AMA player prop board for me. Give me Kyron Williams anytime touchdown. And the Rammies to score the W. You put those together in SGP minus 125 at DraftKings. The standalone on Kyron Williams is like minus 190. And I wouldn't pay up that kind of juice for any time touchdown props. So you got to reduce the juice and kind of get seduced by the juice. So it is at minus odds, not exactly seduced by the juice worthy. But I think Kyron Williams got to find the end zone today. I think he's going to be a top 10 fantasy running back. And you look at the matchup, Williams specifically has 19 combined red zone touches. That is number 6 among all NFL running backs. He's seeing an enormous 74.3% of the team opportunity share. He has scored at least 1 touchdown in 3 of 5 games. He has 6 TDs in total. In Arizona, number 23 in the NFL in EPA rush defense. They have allowed 8 total running back touchdowns this season, at least 1 running back touchdown in 4 of 5 games. So Kyron Williams, sound the siren. Woo, woo, woo. For Kyron, again, going to be a top 10 running back, nearly must start material. I think he finds the end zone, and the Rams get the victory there in SoCal against the Desert Birds. All right, just a reminder, I'm about to answer your questions. And if you have any of those, submit them via the 3 ways you've seen below here at Facebook on that handle at Yahoo Noise, on Twitch, Big Noise 78, or on my YouTube channel at Fade the Noise. And don't forget, Bleacher Report on the app. You want to see this hideous face streaming once again with the gorgeous Tank Williams. We're going to be locking hands, brother and brother, going to be tackling all the brothers in the National Football League, the full slate. We're going to preview our booms, busts, and banks for every single game and answer all of your questions on the Bleacher Report app starting at noon Eastern time. All right, let's get after it here and book it out of the box with some of your questions and kicking things off. Dub Season says, Waller or Komet in a PPR. Look, I think the Bears going to do some damage today vertically because Minnesota is number 25 in the NFL in EPA pass defense. However, the Giants are already down, I think, 30-0? And I know you're going from Daniel Jones to Tyrod Taylor, but Darren Waller could really come out smelling like a rose in garbage time in this matchup that nobody wants to watch. So give yourself a reason to watch it. I played Darren Waller. Why is this game in prime time? Why didn't they flex it out? It's a 15-point spread for crying out loud. It's idiotic. Idiotic. Decision makers in the National Football League. Anyway, I like Waller there. Good luck to him. Steve says, amigo, hola. Hope all is well. Yeah, it's going. We're doing our thing. PPR League, I need a running back. I need a flex. My choices are Debo, Brian Robinson, Rashad White, Dante Foreman. Yeah, that's it. All excellent options. And I think Foreman could be not really a shocker special because he's being started right now at about 30% of Yahoo leagues, and he's got to carry most of the mail, if not all of it, for the Chicago Bears today. I say Debo was out. Very talented secondary and one of the best in the league. Cleveland number 1 at EPA per play defense. Brian Robinson is kind of touchdown or bust against the ATL. Rashad White could clean up as a receiver, and then Foreman is going to do everything. So for me, based on volume alone, it's going to be Donta Foreman for number 1, and number 2, slight edge considering the PPR element of Rashad White over Brian Robinson, but I think those guys are very comparable and interchangeable. So good luck to you there, Steve. Sean says, good morning, good sir. Good morning to you. Boyd or Josh Reynolds? Hey, I got Josh Reynolds on the over on yardage. I took the over on the longest reception of 18.5 yards. That long reception could be for 6. Distinct possibility. Again, based on the matchup, the primary assignment for him is likely going to be Jamel Dean in this game, and you get a lot of Dean. That has been, quite a fruitful outcome for the most part this season. So in my mind, I still go Josh Reynolds. Boyd obviously got T. Higgins coming back. I got to share the sugar with him, and also Jamar Chase. Xavier says Curtis Samuel, Drake London. I still go Drake London there. I know Atlanta is entirely conservative, but too much touchdown appeal, in my opinion, compared to Curtis Samuel. Though Samuel's found the end zone routinely here the last couple of weeks. Ryan says PPR, Jake Ferguson or Zach Ertz. Also flex Mike Evans or Hubbard. I'm going to go Hubbard, who, again, could come out smelling like a rose in garbage time. Miami has got to boat race Carolina. I have no doubt about that, but Hubbard can catch the ball clean in the backfield. So he's a guy that, won't surrender pass down work when it does come front and center in this game. So give me Hubbard over Evans. I think there's a little bit more upside there, maybe scores in garbage time late in that action. And then give me Ferguson, slight edge over Zach Ertz. Steve, another one, says in a PPC, a points per completion league. That's kind of crazy. Stafford or Lawrence? It's Stafford. For me, I think Stafford's throwing for at least 265, 270 yards, probably a couple of touchdowns. I'm probably going to chuck it at least 38 times and may complete like 70% of those attempts based on the matchup against an Arizona secondary that has been vulnerable this season. Again, Arizona way up there in terms of EPA pass defense, and I'm meaning in a positive way for the opposition. They're bottom 10 in that category, so give me Stafford. Creamy. I see what you did there. Creamy shits. Yeah, clever. Hola, bear down, Chicago Bears. Feeling Ramondre, or do I start DeMercado or Salvan Ahmed? Another guy could clean up meaningless action. No, it's not DeMercado. It's going to be Sloan with Ingram. We have no idea what the volume is going to be like. I took the under on total yardage on DeMercado at DraftKings. Grabbed that yesterday at 57.5. I think he's going to have a subpar game. Stevenson's got far more upside. Las Vegas couldn't bottle up an octogenarian out there. So, in my opinion, Stevenson is going to be the focal point for the New England Patriots in this game. And given his break tackle ability, can pile up some of the catches here and there if the game script goes awry. Mac Jones got to bring his A game, or he's going to sit his ass on the bench, maybe permanently for this franchise. I still feel Ramondre, based on the matchup, going against Las Vegas, who has, again, been vulnerable defending the run this season. Zach says Rams D, Bengals D, Vikes D, Jacksonville. I'm going to go with the LA Rams there. I think they'll be able to get after the quarterback there and Josh Dobbs, maybe force a couple of picks in that game. Relatively low scoring as well. A little bit more upside, in my opinion. Jacksonville will be my number 2 selection. I'm streaming them in a couple of leagues. Hockey Nuts on the Twitch says, Ola, go hello to you. Cousins or Burrow? It's Burrow for me. Also, PPR, need one. Hollywood, Nico or Jacoby Myers in a revenge game. Nico's the third man out there. He's the third wheel. It comes down to Hollywood Brown or Jacoby Myers. Both have been kind of volume kings this season. I know Devontae Adams is going to be there sucking up a lot of the opportunity share in that wide receiver core for Vegas, but you think Myers is motivated? Yeah, I do. And I took the over on 55.5 receiving yards. So I'm doubling down. Give me Jacoby Myers. Slight edge over Hollywood Brown. Xavier says Ferguson or Pitts. I go Pitts. I feel bad that he's just not producing. I honestly thought he would, live up to the hype and the expectations. And once again, it's just conservative Arthur Smith. Damn you. I ruined the day, Arthur Smith. John, can I get the sledgehammer? Well, sure you can. Daddy what? Daddy need. Daddy gotta have it. Yeah. There's the sledgehammer. I'm sledgehammering Justin Fields, by the way. If you read my article, because nobody wants to pay me for my writing, apparently. So I'm unemployed right now as a scribbler, as a keyboard stroker. So all of my fantasy flames, for those of you who've been following me on the X at Noisy Huevos, I've been posting those every single week. Also been posting them on Instagram at Team Huevos. Again, at Team Huevos is my handle there. So you demand the sledgehammer. I gave the sledgehammer. John adds, I'm going to lose today, but still in first place thanks to you. No, it's thanks to you because you made the right decisions. I just have opinions. I have 3 running backs injured and I have to start Algier. Hey, man, I think Tyler Algier could have himself a nice little game. And I kind of like 40-plus rush yards on the alt threshold market. Available, I think, at DraftKings at plus money right now. It could be a 40-50 kind of yard day for him. Given the matchup against Washington, it's number 27 in rush EPA defense, and they've given up 86.6 rush yards per game and 4.42 yards per carry, just the running back position. Jimmy, I'm going Waller over Ertz. Danny says Brad, Madison, Moss, or Jerome Ford. Thanks, brother. I took the under on Ford rush yards, 37.5. He gone. Not. I don't trust him with PJ Walker. Throwing the pigskin. Got to see a lot of overloaded fronts. I'm going to go with Madison there. The Bears, again, a team that you can beat up front, a team that can open up avenues for the running back. Madison has seen sizable red zone work. Yes, Cam Akers is going to be involved. Probably going to be a 60-40 kind of split. Oh, and bonus time. By the way, I like the over on Cam Akers receiving yards. I grab it at 4.5. I think it's at 5.5. He's got to catch 1 or 2 balls for at least, 5-6 yards in that game. But Madison is the answer there. Taj, Robert Woods, or Amari Cooper. I still go Cooper. Though Woods, hey, man, you want to clack and roll the dice. Ain't a bad play with no Tank Dell in uniform today for the Houston Texans. Though New Orleans has been outstanding in EPA pass defense and just overall EPA defense. They're number 3 in the league. So they've really been shutting people down. Jimmy, again, pick 2, Osborne, Cooper, Downs. I go KJ Osborne for 1. And I know Downs is really popular with a number of people. Gardner Minshew getting the call for the Indianapolis Colts. More of a pocket passer, revenge game narrative going on there against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Oh, sure. Chase the upside. Drive down narrative street. Why not go with Downs? Matt says Tyler Lockett or Damian Pierce. I'm going to go with Tyler Lockett there at a half-point PPR. That being the difference. It's been really difficult for Damian Pierce to find some running room. So, in my estimation, I think that is, the way to go is with Tyler Lockett. Holler, big noise. Holla back. Kevin Todd, how you doing? Let's see. Kirk says half-point PPR need 2 receivers, 2 flex. How about I just go ahead and set your entire lineup for you? London, Godwin, Higgins, Metcalf, Foreman. I have Barkley, still not sure if he's playing. Okay, so you need 4 out of that group. I'm going to go with Godwin, Higgins, Metcalf, and Foreman. London is the odd man out. Good Lord, it's a lot of names. Benson, stopping by to support the noise. Bless you, good sir. I appreciate it. The loudest independent in the game. Yeah. Again, I'm employed on television right now. Hopefully, you're watching live online. Monday through Friday on the Bally Sports RSNs and on Stadium. We air again every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, starting at noon Eastern. And on Thursday and Friday, Thursday is a very heavy college football show. And of course, we touch on Thursday night football action. But Friday, we get a pick from all of us in every single damn NFL game. There's no other show that does that. I guarantee it. I've watched them. There is no other betting show that goes game to game as quickly as we do and offer up our opinions and some of our hot betting selections. Of course, we track the results, win, lose, or fail. And there's a lot of fail. Jimmy says, last one, Dak or golf. It is Dak for me. J Red says, hola, amigo. Hope you took the Irish last night. I did. I took them on the money line, used a little odds boost, so I got it at plus 105. Man, they rocked and they freaking rolled. I can't believe Illinois won. I'm with you on that one. I had Maryland minus 13.5 because I watched my Illini and I was trying to speak as objectively as I could. I thought, Illinois' turnstile offensive line was going to be problematic. It was at times, but Maryland's defense just gave up chunk play after chunk play. And Fagan is the running back for Illinois. Fagan, the freshman, 6'3", 250 pounds. He's like Derrick Henry, except, not as talented, but not as seasoned as Derrick Henry, but man, he's got a lot of upside there. Kid would play high school football at Atwood, Illinois, a town of like 1,000 people. Steve says, hola, who am I sitting today out of Ramondre, Hubbard, and Foreman, please? Thanks as always. I'd probably sit Ramondre out of that group. It's closer to him and Chuba. Foreman is your number one out of that group. Sean says, hola, amigo. Hola to you. Flex need one and a full point PPR. Drake London, Brandon Ayuk, Deonta Foreman. That is Foreman for me again as well. I think Foreman's going to get 75% of the opportunity share today as a runner between the pipes or as a receiver and dump off option from Justin Fields. Ezekiel says, 2-part question. Love you, Wad. I love you too. What are your thoughts of this trade I made? Traded Zach Moss for Aaron Jones. Bravo. Good Lord. You want to talk about overpaying from the person, trying to get Zach Moss? Like, Jonathan Taylor's role is ramping up. It's going to increase today. And Moss, he's not going to be a complete afterthought, but he's going to get like 30% of the opportunity share very soon moving forward. And it could begin again this afternoon. PPR late, Thomas, DeMercado, or Palmer in a PPR. I'm going to go with Joshua Palmer there. Big play upside. And I think the Chargers is going to be throwing a boatload of times on Monday night. Todd says, hola, Brad. Hola to you. Pick 2 wide receivers, DK Metcalf and Nico Collins. Jordan Addison, maybe. Chris Olave, I don't know, Jim, or Chris Godwin. I'm going to go DK. I'm going to go Chris Olave there. Best of luck to you, Todd. Nice options. Card Z's is kind of tricky. A spot, both battling injuries. So I give Sam Laporta the start or wait for Waller. Well, here's the good news. If Laporta is active, you play him. He had a nice quote I saw in a local source, I think yesterday, and it was very rosy. Like, I think he's going to be all systems go. I'd be shocked if he's limited in the game. That Bryce Young's going to have to probably check the rock like 45, 50 times. So I play Sam Laporta and don't even think about the repercussions that could result. Card Z says Ramondre or Addison. I go with Jordan Addison there. CC says, should I start or should I sub out Evans? That's my cousin, Mike Evans, or go Tyler Boyd for Cooper? Okay, so I would go Evans over Boyd. And then I guess the last question is Cooper for Boyd. No, I go Evans and Cooper. Should I put Deonta Foreman in for either Pollard or No. I got Pollard and Williams, both top 10 running backs this week. Grant Sambo says, Buenos dias, huevos grandes. Buenos dias to you. Flex PPR, Downs or DeMarcado. I go Downs in a PPR. Tua or Bro, give me Tua. Tua could have like 250 and 3 touchdowns by halftime, and that's no lie. Carolina's that bad defensively. Colin says, hola, amiga, ILLINI, and we won a game. We still got a shot at a bowl. Hallelujah. Maybe I hit the over on win 6.5. Who the hell knows? 2 PPR. He needs 2 selections at a PPR. Jordan Addison, Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith's in because that game is going to be a shootout. Between the Jets and the Eagles, and the Jets secondary just ravaged. Again, no Sauce Gardner, no DJ Reed, both out due to concussion issues. So go Smith, and I go Christian Kirk. Jordan Addison is the odd man out. CC said, what is your fearless forecast for Chase Claypool rest of the season across? Yeah, look, he'll have his moments, but he shouldn't be rostered. If you're in like a 12-team, 10-team league or shallower, no, he does not deserve a roster spot. 14-team and deeper, maybe. If you have like 5 or 6 bench spots and you need some help and you're chasing some upside, that's about it. He'll have his moments, but he's never going to be a volume king, not in that offense with Waddle and Hill. Ken says, Pierce or Moss PPR league, cheers. I go Pierce. You're just going to get more of the opportunity share compared to Zach Moss. George says, hola, amigo, hola, you. Please pick one in a full-point PPR. Higgins, Olave, or Madison. I'm going to go with Chris Olave. And London or Boyd, I'm going to go with Drake London. JR says, hola, amigo, hola to you. Higgins, Chris Godwin, or Josh Downs. I'm going to go with Chris Godwin. Slide edge over T. Higgins and Downs, third man on the totem pole there. Luis says, need 2 out of the 3. Pierce, Rashad White, and Chuba. It is Rashad White. And I'm going to go slight advantage of Chuba Hubbard, believe it or not. Blake says, which 2 quarterbacks do I start today? Stafford and Lawrence or Fields? I take Fields and Stafford, although I think it's a lucky 7 situation. Can't really lose any of those guys. Also, which 3 wide receivers would you start in non-PPR? DK, Waddle, Puka. Puka's in. Devontae Smith is in. Again, due to the injuries that are already outlined with the Jets. And that secondary, Addison, Palmer. So Smith, Puka, and Waddle are my top 3. Yeah, splendid options there in your 8-man league, I'm assuming. JP says, worth the risk on Barkley or run Hubbard? No. Saquon is, and it's looking like he's going to be active. Adam Schefter tweeted out overnight he was hopeful and optimistic that Barkley would play. If he's active, he's in. I know it's a night game. You already have Breida, so you have a player to lean on. I still go Saquon can have a ton of catches in the game, and I would definitely have either one of those guys really above Chuba Hubbard. Tosh, think Higgins actually plays or is a decoy? I think he's going to play, and I know you're still traumatized from last year, but yeah, just brush it off, man. Brush it off. Sean says, full point PPR, Waller or Conklin? Come on, Waller. Pittman or Kirk? Very close on that second one. I'm going to go slight edge to Christian Kirk. Mark says, happy Sunday, amigo. Happy Sunday to you. Standard league flex. Mike Evans with a little hammy issue. Soft tissue issues do remain undefeated. Or Zach Moss losing touches. I'm going to go with Mike Evans and roll the dice and take my chances. You're the best in the industry. I'm really not. But I appreciate the rosy thoughts there, George. And good luck to you today. Aubrey says, hola. Half point PPR need 2 wide receivers and a flex. Puka, Metcalf, DJ Moore is in. James Cook is in. So there's your flex. I'm going to take Puka over DK. Man, splendid options there, Aubrey. Splendid options. Noise from Luis. Downs or Pierce in a flex PPR. I go Pierce. Kirk says Pitts or Thomas. I go Logan Thomas, assuming that's what you mean by that, Thomas, and not Michael Thomas, if it's just kind of a traditional flex, standard flex league. Jake says PPR need 1 receiver and a flex. Laporta has got to be in. Cooper, Collins, or London. Do you roll the dice on Amari Cooper knowing that PJ Walker is going to be throwing wounded ducks in his own direction? Nico Collins, I think, is the all man out again. The Saints secondary is suffocating. And Drake London, it's like TD or bust. You know what? I'm going to go TD or bust. Give me London calling. Go with the double L formation, Laporta and London. Another one from CC. Brad, do I have to download the app to get the Brad Tank Show? Yeah, you do. It's on the Bleacher Report app. That's why I said app. So download the app on your cellular device. And, you know, I've got a link in my X feed right now. Again, at Noisy Huevos. You can click on that link. It'll take you to download the app. You download it, open it up. I don't know where you go from there, but we're there somewhere on the app, talking fantasy, talking sports betting. Me and my brother from another mother, Tank Williams. And that's coming up in just 30 minutes. I've exhausted all the questions here on the Bing the Noise AMA. I'm going to refresh since I've not been paying attention to this Ravens and Titans game. And, Jesus, I need some more action to none other than DeAndre Hopkins in this stinking game. He still got the one catch for 20 yards. Inexcusable. Inexcusable. I need some more Mark Andrews. I need some more Zay Flowers. It's still early in the third. Looks like the Tennessee Titans actually did something. They kicked a field goal. Well, terrific. Tajay Spears only 3 for 3. Tajay Spears didn't have a stinking target. I hate this game. I don't know why I bet on these London games. All they do is make me lose units and deteriorate the bank account. All right, I got to find some winners. And that means I got to get the hell out of here. Again, watch Bleacher Report and our show, Tank Williams and I, coming up here in just 30 minutes. Download the Bleacher Report app. Again, kicking off at noon Eastern time. Also, watch live on the line. It's my television show with Danny Clevenger, Cameron Smith. Senior Fun Months makes appearances on Friday. Tank Williams makes appearances on Thursday. We have a whole roster of other people that make appearances throughout the season. We cover everything. Stuff I don't even know anything about, like the UFC. I don't make picks in it. We have Dave Ross, who comes on from VSiN to express his opinion. So watch live and line, noon Eastern on Bally Sports and Stadium. Also stream it on the Stadium app or online at watchstadium.com/live. You don't need to sign up or log in with anything. Just go to watchstadium.com/live and you can watch our awesome sports betting show Monday through Friday at noon Eastern. All right, I'm out of here. Best of luck to all of you in week numero 6. So score that W. And until next time, adios, amigos.